welcome back everyone, I'm K Plays Games, and as promised we'll be alternating Surviving Mars and Eve for the next little while. So here we are again playing Eve, and I thought I'd just show you another level 4 mission which we hadn't previously filmed. This one is called Silence the Informant. It's got 3 rooms. It actually consists of several different types of enemies. Room 1 is drones, room 2 is mercenaries, and room 3 is gun turrets and 1 man and 1 little building to destroy. The 1 man in the 3rd room, being the informant, we're trying to kill. As you can probably tell from the rewards, because it's 1.26 million and almost 1 million in bonus and nearly 4,000 loyalty points, it's considered quite a tough mission, but we'll be fine. It's in this system, it's great, let's just accept. The best thing about us changing the fit to the reactive armour hardener means is that we don't have to refit mid-mission, because drones and mercenaries do completely different things. And we're already preloaded with Mjolnir, so that's perfect for room 1, which is the drones. I'll say we won't be getting very much loot from room 1, but we'll still bookmark it.
Warp drive active.
Turn the tank on. Turn the tracking computer on. And away we go. Skills wise, nothing's changed. We're still bashing on with cloaking 4. And then CPU management, weapon upgrades, energy upgrades. On the path to getting a sacrilege. So there will be no skill queue discussions for about a month, or 2 even. We know what's in the skill queue and we know it's running. There are 5 drone battleships in this pocket, which are extremely... well, they're not extremely hard to kill, but they hit quite hard.
Warp drive active.
These actually do drop something. They're considered elite drone parasites, and they drop elite drone AI chips, which is needed for construction of all the faction drones and augmented drones and integrated drone variants. They used to be worth an absolute ton, but then everyone started absolutely spamming missions and farming them, and now they're not worth very much. They're still worth a decent amount. Elite drone AI. Yeah, it's worth about 1.7 each. You get 5 of them in this mission, so it's not terrible, is it? Not terrible at all. There'll be 2 battleships here, a big load of cruisers and battle cruisers here, 2 gun turrets, and then 3 more battleships will appear here. So I'm just... will we pull range immediately? No. The things you need to kill first are the battleships. Usually I keep telling you to kill battle cruisers first, but not in this mission. These battleships are so evil they need to die. Like, all this stuff will aggro the drones, and these might aggro the drones, so you have to keep a close eye on your drones. Luckily, these 2 aggress differently from these 3, so we'll be killing these 2 first if we can. And then maybe micro jump drive out of range of all this, and plink away at these with the wardens. We'll just bookmark our point. We'll come and salvage this room, A for the 5 drone AIs, and B just for salvage of everything else. The towers might drop us a laser crystal or 2 or some missiles. We'll see. I mean, this thing will be shifting its resistances all over the place. The minute it's 9-9, there you go, 3-3, 27, 27. Changing to kinetic and thermal. And now it's 30-30 kinetic thermal. Because these drones do kinetic thermal. Drones do all different stuff all the time. Battleships are worth 500,000 each, so there's 2.5 million. Plus whatever all this lot's worth. Bits and bobs. With only the 2 gun turrets and 1 battleship shooting at us, the tank is only just about holding steady. So these elite drone parasites do hit rather hard. I do believe as soon as we aggress this, we'll aggress all of these as well. Unless I'm mistaken, I might very well be. But the tank's fine and he's dropping fast enough. As soon as you shoot the towers, you will aggress all the battle cruisers and stuff around them. The tank is slowly dropping. Very slowly, which is a good thing. So I think, are the drones going to auto-aggress the one that's in range? Yes, it's good. Very good. So we'll let them do that, because hopefully they won't turn the aggression on of all the other ships. At least they won't aggress the ship. They can aggress the drones all they want. Let's reload the missiles whilst we wait for this. So the second room is a prime candidate for being salvaged because it's mercenaries and every single ship will drop something. Okay, I think we'll have a go at the battle cruisers and cruisers now. Obviously we'll be using wardens to shoot them because they're way outside curator range. But that's fine. They'll still damage them. Their kinetic resistances aren't that high. Okay, it's one down. We haven't aggressed these battleships, that's a very good sign. If you make the mistake of aggressing all 5 battleships at the same time, as you can imagine, it gets quite scary. They do put the hurt on. Oh, the missiles actually killed something. How's about that? And then him, and then this one. Probably could have put the curators back out for these cruisers, but the wardens seem to be hitting them okay, because they're still on approach. Yep, they're hitting them just fine. Then we'll kill that other sentry turret. Just like this. I think we'll change over to the range script, because we know that our curators can hit out to about 70-ish when they have the range script on, so that'll be about right for this lot. And optimal range script. Curators. You guys fire at that, and we'll fire missiles at that. Turn the tracking computer on. Things go better when it's turned on. Yeah, 56 plus 14, just over 70, 71. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on the tank. I think, yeah, they're all exactly the same. They'll do exactly the same damage. And good, the yellow box one is shooting at the drones, that's fine. It takes the pressure off our own tank. He's not hitting them very hard because they're, even though their sentry drones are still quite small, and he is a battleship. With battleship sized weapons, it can't hit small things. Okay, now they've all switched to me. That's fine, one of them's about to die. Right, and then we'll probably want to switch over to the drone tracking computer. I reckon they've approached close enough now. That will be better off with the drones being more accurate than being longer range. See what difference that made to the range. 50, right, so it's 62, so yeah. That was just the right moment to do that and increase their tracking. The second room will be micro jump driving immediately because you spawn right inside a great big clump of mercenaries. Again, you have to manage the group aggro, much as we did here. We killed these first, and then these, and then these. If you just shoot at random things, you'll end up aggressing the whole room, and then bad things happen to you. Very much the same in the second room. There's lots of little groups of mercenaries all over the room. Well, so far so good. The tank's taken a bit of a pounding. We've never had the armour warning sound play yet, so we've never got below 50%. Have a look at our resistances. When this is maxed out to 30-30, we're getting 62-56. I mean, it's not great, is it really? I mean, this is as good as it can get. 30 to two different things. So 62-56 is the maximum we'll get, at least for kinetic and thermal. It's not great. Ideally, for level 4 missions, you either have your resistances up over 70, or you have your DPS in 4 figures. That's kind of the sweet spot. But we're doing fine. The tank's slowly going down. We're slowly killing things. Okay, good. First room done. 8 minutes for that room. Not bad at all. Right, let's reload to Scourge, let the tank regenerate a little bit, and then we'll jump through the gate. That will approach the gate. Can't jump through if we're not next to it. We'll just tell it to jump when it gets in range. Yeah, the 5 wrecks for looting them are the battleships with the drone AI chip. Here we go.
Warp drive active.
We land right up close to this first group. I don't want them to be a little bit in blurb. We know why you're here. Now go. There's a second group here, another group here, and there'll be another one which will appear here in a minute. And we're gone. Yeah, there they are. And they have some of the nefarious spider drones. I don't want to shoot the gate because we don't want Concord to pay us a visit. Okay, let's pop the wardens out, and the wardens will start shooting them, and we'll shoot the big stuff because we know we can apply maximum damage or full damage to big things. Little things, not so much. Yeah, let's just kill some frigates if we can. They should be on approach, so they should be able to hit. Yep, and that definitely hit. Good. We did manage to target the next one just before the previous one died. Yeah, see, the missiles are getting exactly the same damage number, which means they're applying perfectly, which is always good. Right, one more frigate, and then we'll get them back in the cruisers. Oh, come on, boys, you can hit him. He's not that close. Oh, I see. They're all shooting at different things for some weird reason. Yeah, now they hit him. It's strange. Oh, good. Everything else is actually a little bit out of range. Oh, he's not, so I'll lock him. He is out of our missile range, but he's not out of our... Is he? Oh, he's just out of our drone control range as well. Oh well, looks like we'll be slow boating back in. Or we could just... I mean, the micro jump drive's nearly finished. We could just zip back to the gate. Because now that this group that we landed in the middle of are dead, we can zip back and everything else. So take 100 off this. Yeah, they're all about 45k, that's fine. Right, that's what we're going to do. Approach the gate. Reload the missiles, fire up the micro jump. Right, and off we go. Make sure we're actually aligned before we hit micro jump, otherwise we would have gone this way. And slam on the brakes. Stop this ship right now. Right, just target lock all this lot. I'm not going to aggress until everything's targeted. Don't really care about spider drones, they don't do damage. These guys do. Right, that's probably good enough. I think the Wardens will be lucky to hit these guys at this range. Well, they're hitting. Not many of them hit, but a couple of them did. Nah, it's not going to work. It's fine, we've got little drones we can put out. We've got hobgoblins. They'll kill them. But in the meantime, we'll just work in the cruisers. Once the cruisers are dead, we'll put the hobgoblins out and they'll kill all the little frigates and spider drones, and we can work on these two big battleships up here with the missiles. That is the plan. Well, this should hopefully get us some Zydrine from melted down loot from all this stuff. Zydrine is most definitely the bottleneck for manufacturing our own missiles. We've never come close to having to buy them. So this is actually all the Mjolnirs we have left. I think I have another 800 in the factory right now being produced, so this should last us at least the rest of today, maybe tomorrow as well. Okay, the Wardens are all missing now, so let's bring them back in. And just get the little guys to go and kill all their little guys. Off you go, boys, have fun. Yeah, they're doing fine. Their missiles are not applying very well, but they are causing damage. No, I'd rather you ignored the spider drones, thank you. Get the wingmen instead. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight for the battleships. Once our light drones have killed all these 4 things, we'll bring them back. We'll put out the medium kinetic Vespas and they'll take care of this cruiser. Oh, I forgot to read before I open fire. Oh well, we'll be fine. Of course, me attacking these will bring these other 2 spider drones down, which is good. Less travel time for our little drones. Luckily, none of these mercenary wingmen or spider drones are elite, so they haven't dropped aggro and started shooting at our drones, which is always a nice thing. Just keep an eye on the damage ticker for the cruise missiles. Yeah, no, not perfect application, but pretty good. Okay, that's all the small things dead. Bring the little drones in. Put out the medium kinetics and they can go and chew up this mercenary commander. Off you go. Have fun, boys. A little bit of micromanagement, not too much. Just a bit. Just the right amount. Being this ship itself is very forgiving because we've made it cap stable with just 2 modules. We can just leave the tank running, and because we've refitted for reactive armor hardener and lazy mode, you can just leave that running as well. Other ships like active shield boosters actually would need a lot more micromanagement. You can fit in extra large quite easily on a battleship, and that will repair about 10 or 20% of your shield with each pulse. So you don't want to leave that running all the time. I mean, you can't, because they chew through the capacitor. So you've always got to just hit it every now and then and keep an eye on where your shield are. It's a lot more micro. Such a difference in the Wardens are actually operating at their correct range. Just smash things to pieces. The tank's absolutely fine, even though this autocannon firing battleship is sitting right on top of us, shooting us with his massive machine guns. We're just quite happily absorbing it all. It resists 69, 48. It's changed a little bit more heavily towards thermal. Yeah, because of him. You know, these battleships do have names, but they're not elite. They don't drop any great loot. They're just named for some reason. Hadn't dropped a bookmark yet in this room. That was an error. This looks like one of the rare occasions in which thermal is actually the best thing to shoot someone with. His armor is, his EM is 60 when you add it all together. His thermal is 55. His kinetic is 65. That's what we're shooting him with. And his explosive was 60. Well, we killed him anyway. That's one of the rare occasions when thermal would have been the best thing to fire. Yes, 22 minutes into the mission. Rooms 1 and 2 done. 2 bookmarks dropped. Let's have a look at the third and final room. Just in gun turrets, 1 cruiser and a structure, which can sometimes drop things. Nothing too expensive, I don't think.
Warp drive active.
More blurb. Yes, we found the guy. Yeah, nothing but towers and the man and his building, so let's get all these towers under fire as soon as we can. And you guys shoot at them, I'll shoot at the Mark IIs, because I think they're easier to kill. I mean, this room does punch out a respectable amount of damage, and it all red boxes from way out. I mean, these ones are 104 and 107 kilometers out. They're all red box, so actively shooting. Of course, the best thing is that they're static towers, so the drone tracking is absolutely perfect. So the drones are getting some really good hits on it. It would be nice to do another level of one of the missile projection or bombardment skills at some point. Where are they? Yeah, it's a projection. Tempted to throw that into the skill queue. It's only 14 hours. Right, let's do that. After clocking, we'll do that. It's at the minute, our missiles only fly 111 maximum, and we are targeting out to 118. The drones can be used out to 116, so it would be nice to get the missiles closer to the other two. It is always nice to be able to hit things from the maximum you can target. Right, get the drones on him, and I'll just blow up his roadhouse. Yep, one volley of missiles did for that building. Okay, this is a Mark II, so we'll shoot that. You don't have to kill the turrets, they're just optional. The bounty isn't worth a lot, 50, 70, 70. They only rarely drop cargo containers with ammunition, but we might as well take every bit we can. I'll stop firing ammo, because that's ISCAM firing. Let the drones kill everything. Unless, of course, a volley in the air lands and kills it. Oh, it did. Good timing. Okay, let's just bookmark his wreck. So that was about half an hour all told for all 3 rooms. It's not awful. This is like the first half of the bounty, so you've got all the drones in here, and 3 of the mercenary battleships as well. It's not the most lucrative of missions, but you do get lots of loot from it. Damn, none of these last 3 towers dropped anything. That's an insult.
Warp drive active.
Okay, let's go and grab the Noctis then. And considering the pay and loyalty points is pretty high, it wasn't too difficult. It's more difficult if you have to warp out and change your tank and ammunition types over between rooms, but because we're drones and missiles and a reactive lazy tank, we didn't have to. We just piled through.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So like a nice quick docking accept. Speak to the agent, complete the mission. Wait for the docking timer to run out. There we go. Let's see what we get. Yeah, one thing I didn't tell you is that a couple of days ago we finally got another storyline mission, and our Amar Empire standings are up over 5 now. It was called Dissidents. Lots of shooting in this, that's why it was such a huge increase. We were on 4.55 and we went up to 5.41. We almost got 1 entire standing from that single level 4 storyline mission. And this now means we have complete access to every single level 1, level 2, level 3 and level 4 agent of any corporation belonging to the Amar Empire in any sector of space in the game. This opens up lots of opportunities for us. Means that if our current agent gives us 2 missions we don't want, we can just decline, and then instead of having to go and do something else for 4 hours, we can actually just move across a couple of jumps to the next agent. I think the next nearest one's only 3 jumps away, because we know that the Armageddon is a lazy fit. We don't have to worry about going back to Helaban to refit it. We'll just take what we need with us. So we do have that option. I've never run into it yet, probably famous last words, but we haven't had that issue yet, and now we never will. It's not awful, is it? I mean, most of the value is in these, yeah. 8.1 of the 8.4 is concentrated in these 5 elite drone AIs. Salvage sells alright in quantities. Again, something we could look into is turning salvage into rigs, which is what salvage is used to build. So we could have a look at buying some rig blueprints and manufacturing rigs from all of our salvage. But I'm not sure if I can be bothered with that. It's a little bit too much effort.
Warp drive active.
Oh, 10 million goes into the loot and salvage box. Another 2 million from the salvage. Got some missiles, we'll keep these. Not these though. 1 microwave L. Okay, 44 side line. Pretty good. Here we are, here's the last of the bounty prizes. So you get 15 million from loot and salvage, just over 6 in bounty, and 2 in agent mission pay. So that was Silas Informant level 4. I'm sure we'll do another level 4 mission in the next video, so come back for that. And until then, do take very good care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.